Hey guys. Hey Graz. I'm in and out, but listening. Okay. I hear ya. I do that all the time. There's always something going on. Hey, Doctora Latina. Hola, ¿cómo está? I'm a enfermera Latina. Enfermera practical. Actually, Dr. Latina. Oh my goodness, we're only Latinos in here. Uh, Graz is an honorary Latina. He lives in Lima, Peru. Hi, Leah. Hey, Anon. It's nice to see everybody. Thanks for coming over. Oops. Well, I wanted to go over this affidavit for Kline. So I'm going to share my screen, and what I'm going to do is let the program read it because it's pretty long and I'd like to have my voice in the morning. So I'm going to let it play it, but I'm going to stop it here and there to comment. So I won't be able to see your chat when I'm sharing my screen, unfortunately. I'm looking for my phone. There it is. So what I'll do is I'll watch the chat on my phone. It's going to echo here for a second as soon as I pull it up, but I'll mute it. Hang with me, guys. Okay, got it. All right, so let me share my screen. Okay. And I want to make sure y'all can hear or see this. Yeah, looks like you can see it. Let me get my icon off the screen so you can see it full screen. Or maybe somehow make it smaller. That might block some of the, yeah, that blocks. Try this. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Sorry about that. Leah, when did the affidavit come out? I'm a bit behind. I believe I'm not the Graz is like the he knows a lot more about the current goings on of this case. This was the case that first got me into true crime, and it's funny, when I was looking through my file tonight to just try to make a quick thumbnail, I realized I have more data, more information saved on this case than any other case, including Summer Wells, which has been most of my videos, really. So it was interesting to see all that. I've been really passionate about this case, but I don't know why. For some reason, I guess I got burnt out on it. I'm not sure, but I think I might have gotten a little frustrated too. So I stepped away from it for a little bit, but of course, with the new information, it gives fresh hope. So, all right. I am going to read this affidavit. Well, I'm going to let the computer read this affidavit, and then we'll stop and chat here and there. And I'll be watching chat as well. Let me go ahead and mute myself so it doesn't echo.
Case number 52C0120 52C012008F40000254 filed August 19, 2020. Probable cause affidavit. State of Indiana SS, Kegan Anthony Kline County of Miami OLN, SSN hashtag, DOB, 05/27/1994. Defendant. I. Trooper David R. Vito, P8923 of the Indiana State Police Department being first duly sworn upon oath, says that 0N February 25, 2017, in the County 0F Miami, and in the state of Indiana, and at 67 East Canal Street, Peru.
I'm wondering, first of all, can you guys hear her reading the text? And my second question is, if you can hear her reading the text, I'm wondering if they forgot to redact this address. I was going to look it up. I wasn't expecting to go live tonight with this, but I wanted to look it up. So let me make sure first that y'all could hear her reading. You could. Okay. So see this address. So, oops. Let me make sure. I don't want this going over here. So let me show you the address that I'm talking about. Right here. Because see how they say that on February 25th in the county of Miami, so that was Peru where he lived, it's 67 East Canal Street, Peru, Indiana 46970. That's when the search warrant was executed. And I think this is the address at which it was executed, but everywhere else they have redacted. And speaking of redactions, there's 1,000,001 redactions in this. It's pretty frustrating. But anyway, let me look up that address real quick. 67 East Canal Street, Peru. Hi, Kirsten. Let's see what it says here. Y'all, that's a house. They forgot to redact the address. Oh my goodness. Because they were keeping that secret. Oops. Oopsie. Well, what are those in the backyard? Burial plots? Oh, Jesus. This is why they didn't want us looking up the address. And what is all this? Is this a chop shop? What's happening over here? Wonder if there's a street view. Turn around. Their street view doesn't look like it's, yeah, it's not very good. Maybe it's not a house. I don't know. Freemud Tire? I don't know. I can't imagine that being the courthouse, but I mean, that looks like a home to me. There's a sidewalk, car parked out there. Well, Leah, they had redacted the address everywhere else. It's like maybe they forgot, because when I first read it, I just assumed what they were saying was, because it says, I, Trooper David R. Vito of the ISP, being first duly sworn upon oath in the county of Miami, it almost sounds like that's where he, swore his oath. But then when I started thinking about it more, I'm like, no, because he didn't swear his oath on February 25th, 2017. So that's what made me wonder if that was the address, but I think it is. Oh, really, Graz? This is something we'll have to look into. Hmm. Okay, let me get back to the affidavit. This thing gives me troubles. It doesn't want to continue. Like, I click continue. Doesn't want to. I go to like read aloud, voice options. Yeah, normal. I have to close it and restart it.
Case number 52C012008F400002.
Is it going to start over every
August
time?
19, 2020. Probable cause affidavit. State of Indiana SS. Kegan Anthony Kline County of Miami OLN. SSN hashtag DOB 05/27/1994. Defendant. I, Trooper David R. Vito, P8923 of the Indiana State Police Department, being first duly sworn upon oath, says that 0N February 25th, 2017, in the County 0F Miami, and in the state of Indiana, and at 67 East Canal Street, Peru, Indiana, 46970. IC 35, 42 to 4, 6, C, Child Solicitation IC 35. 42, 4D, child exploitation. Possession 0F child pornography IC 35. 42, 4B, child exploitation IC 35. 42, 4-4, E, child exploitation. Possession of child pornography 35. 43-5-3.8A, synthetic identity deception IC 35, January 2nd. 44-2C3, obstruction of justice. The undersigned says 0N February 25th, 2017, the Indiana State Police, ISP, and the
I'm going to unshare and then reshare because I don't know why it's not. Let me re-add it to the stream, see what we've got going here. I don't know. It's so weird, so glitchy. This should do it. I don't understand why. I hope it doesn't start over every time I have to pause it. If it starts over every time I have to pause it, I'm just going to let it play through, you guys.
The Federal Bureau 0F Investigations, FBD, executed search warrant at. While working ISP case, the FBI sent information to the ISP Cyber Crimes Unit that an adult male was soliciting female juveniles utilizing the social media platforms Snapchat and Instagram. The adult male was using the username Anthony_shots. Subpoenas were sent to Instagram and Snapchat for the Anthony_SH0TS account information. The Instagram and Snapchat returns provided Comcast IP addresses. Subpoena was sent T0 Comcast for the IP addresses associated with the Anthony_SH0TS account, and they returned to in Peru, Indiana. The Instagram subpoena advised the Anthony Shots account was registered 0 and July 20th, 2016, and the Snapchat return advised the account was registered on July 14th, 2016. On February 25th, 2017, at approximately 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the search.
So did you guys see up there where they said where was it? Search warrant executed on February 25, 2017. Where was it? Oh, okay. Executed a search warrant at, and they redacted the address. But then at the top, they had that other address. So that's just interesting. Just wanted to point that out.
Search warrant was executed on the residence by ISP, FBI, and the Peru Police Department. And his son, Kegan Anthony Kline, were located in the residence. At approximately 12:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, was interviewed by ISP Sergeant Kunstep and FBI Special Agent Willman. Was read his rights and agreed to speak with investigators. Confirmed they had Comcast as their internet provider, and it was secured network. Told investigators that Keegan did use Instagram and Snapchat. At approximately 1:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Kegan Kline was interviewed by ISP Sergeant Kunstep and FBI Special Agent Willman. Keegan was read his rights and agreed to speak with investigators. During Keegan's interview, he initially denied creating fake social media accounts and talking to underage girls. Later in the interview, he admitted to creating the Anthony_SH0TS profile and speaking to underage girls. Keegan told investigators he created the accounts approximately months ago. Keegan stated he talked
approximately 6 months ago. And I have, let me show you guys something real quick. So I have this little timeline that I'm starting with the affidavit because there's some interesting, the dates are interesting when you start really looking at them. And I know other people have kind of picked this apart too, but so I'm just kind of starting this. I thought it was interesting. They served the search warrant on February 25th, brought him home. He around 8 o'clock he got home, and by what was it, 9 p.m. he was already deleting stuff off of his phones. He did a factory reset. He had, these are the electronics he had, and then I started kind of spelling out what was on each electronic, the last date it was used. I'm trying to see if a device was used during the time preceding and up to Libby and Abby's deaths, which device he was using, because I'm curious what was on that particular device. So he stopped using this one November 2016, stopped using this one 2015, stopped using the Samsung S5 that he named Kline Photography on 2/27, and he did a factory reset on the 23rd, which I thought was interesting. That was 2 days before the search warrant. So I thought, did he get a tip? Did somebody tip him off? So anyway, that was just kind of interesting once you start putting the dates together and looking at it, and then also looking what's on each phone. I haven't gotten all the details transferred over to here yet, but once I do, I'll go through it and do a video. Anon ate too many Rolo treats. I ate too much lasagna. We had homemade lasagna and salad and bread and cheesecake. It was a mess. I'm in a coma now. All right, let me get back to this affidavit. Also, he said to the investigators he created the counts approximately 6 months ago. This was in 2017, and we know he was using those other accounts in 2015. He was using his stepsister's name as one identity. You'll hear that in this affidavit. It's pretty sickening, actually, what he said with her identity.
Talks to girls he knows personally and girls he doesn't know personally. Keegan stated he meets girls on Instagram. He said he knows the age of the girls he communicates with because he talks to them. Keegan stated if girl told him she was 16 or under he wouldn't care and would still talk to them. Keegan told investigators he Case number 52C01-2008F4-000254 filed August 19, 2020. Finds girls on Instagram and then tells them to talk to him on Snapchat. Keegan admitted T0 speaking to approximately 15 girls that were underage and advised he probably received pictures from every one of them. He advised he saved their pictures to his gallery. During his interview, Keegan stated he was fucked and he should have left. Keegan advised he packed another bag and took it T0 Las Vegas.
I wonder how he knew prior to the warrant being served that he was quote unquote fucked. And he even had a bag packed and was ready to leave. So I think it's interesting, that he had a bag packed and was ready to get out of there the day the warrant was served, and or the search warrant was served. So it almost seems like he was tipped off, and he did some funny stuff with his phone 2 days in advance. Yeah, Don K. Sean Evans, maybe. I'm just kidding. All allegedly, no hard accusations. I'm just wondering, speaking out loud. Yeah, he couldn't locate the phone. Uh-huh. The phone that he was currently using is the one he couldn't locate, but he could find all of the phones that he hadn't used since 2015. Okay, I believe that. Okay, Keegan. Sounds like something my son would say. I can't find it. Yeah, right.
Vegas. And Keegan returned from Las Vegas on February 25, 2017. He stated he was going T0 leave when his dad was asleep. Keegan told investigators the main phone he uses is the white iPhone SC. After Keegan's interview, he was polygraphed at the Peru State Police post by Sergeant Matthew Collins. Keegan and Sergeant Collins spoke about this incident and case. Keegan again admitted to creating the fake Anthony_Shots profiles and speaking to underage girls. Keegan told Sergeant Collins the girls ranged from 15 to 17 years old, and he knew their ages because they told them how 01D they were. Keegan stated he received approximately 100 sexual pictures from underage girls. Keegan described sexual pictures as bare breast, vaginas, butts and girls in bras and panties. Keegan also advised he received approximately 20 videos 0F underage girls masturbating.
If you hadn't figured it out yet, they say zero uh, for O's. So they'll say 0F instead of or 0N instead of on. So if you hear that, that's what they're doing. And I hate how the screen dims when they're reading it out loud. It's hard to see. So I hope you guys can see it somewhat.
Keegan stated he would masturbate to the pictures and videos they sent him. He also communicated this to the girls who were sending the pictures and videos. Keegan's polygraph questions were based on case. Keegan's polygraph was concluded at approximately 7:30 p.m., and he was transported back to his residence. The undersigned has watched the interview and polygraph recordings of Kegan Kline. Multiple electronic devices were seized during the warrant, including an Apple iPhone 4, Apple iPhone 3, Samsung Galaxy SS, Samsung Galaxy S4, Nextbook tablet, and an Apple iPod Touch. On February 27, 2017, Keegan contacted ISP Cyber Crimes Unit and told them he located his Apple iPhone 5C that wasn't taken during the warrant. On March 2, 201, the unit obtained the iPhone SC from the ISP Peru Post. On April 24, 2020, E was assigned lead investigator for this case. On Friday, June 12, 2020, received the
I thought it was interesting that the gentleman was assigned to this case April of 2020. Now, they had served the search warrant February 27th of 2017. So they had not arrested him yet up until this point. A new investigator takes over April 2020, and then they make the arrest August 2020. So who was it that was sitting on that for 3 years and letting a predator roam free, asking for the crowd?
digital forensic examination from ISP Sergeant Chris Cecil. Reviewed the information, and below is summary of the forensic examination. On Thursday, June 18, 2020, multiple law enforcement officials met with the Miami County prosecutor to discuss this investigation. Apple iPhone. This iPhone was named Keegan's iPhone and was last utilized 0 and approximately November 11, 2016. Keegan would have been 22 years 01D at this time. Access T0. This phone was protected with PIN code. There were numerous usernames and email addresses located on the phone, including the user 0F. This device communicated with female teens and shared media files depicting CSAM, child sex abuse material. The user also portrayed themselves as female teen using the name Emily and 45. Many of the communications were recovered from Kik Messenger and Snapchat. Media artifacts were also found on this device. There were multiple CSAM and erotica media files, which the user saved T0 the device, or shared, or received. There were CSAM files that depicted female children approximately 12 T0 17 years of age, posing nude, and or partially nude, and or performing sex act on themselves. There were files located which depicted children between the approximate ages of and 11 engaged in sex act with. Case number 52C012008F40000254 filed August 19, 2020. An adult. There were also still images showing possible drugs and images showing Keegan with black handgun. On 05/14/201 there was discussion that involved the user of the iPhone and another party sharing Dropbox public links containing CSAM and child erotica media files. Descriptions of the files are listed below the chat. The user of the iPhone portrayed themselves as Emily and 45. The user had used the Emily and identity in 201 on the Samsung Galaxy S4 device. Kik Chat 92. Device, Apple iPhone. File name, Chat 92. File path, Apple iPhone 4/celebrate/chats/Kik Messenger _native/chat 92. Chat between Emily and 45 and on May 14, 2016 T0 May 17, 2016 Chat summary. May 14,
So Emily is unroyal. Emily Ann is Keegan's stepsister. Okay, so I'll go back to pull this up. I'm not going to have it read it automatically for this because it would be really ridiculous. Basically, what we're looking at here is this is what was identified on the iPhone 4. At the time he last used this, it was November 11, 2016, so 3 months before Abby and Libby were murdered, and he would have been 22 years old at the time. All of the email addresses and usernames are redacted, which, seems important to protect a predator. Makes sense they would redact that. Um, and they had children between the approximate ages of 3 and 11 engaged in a sex act with an adult. That's not a sex act. They should have rephrased that. Children between the approximate ages of 3 and 11 being molested and sexually abused by an adult. There were also still images showing possible drugs. They have to say possible because they can't test them. So, but we can go ahead and just assume that those were drugs, and images of Keegan with the black handgun. Now, what kind of drugs? I don't know. Might have been weed or something stupid like that they like try to make a big deal out of. So 5/14/2016, this is where they're sharing in the Dropbox erotic media files, and other public links containing CSAM. Descriptions of the files are listed below the chat. So, like, here's the chat, and then the description of it will be listed below. The user of the iPhone 4 portrayed themselves as Emily Ann 45, which is Keegan's stepsister. The user had used Emily Ann identity in 2015 on the Samsung S4 device as well. So I'm going to scroll through these quickly. This is a chat between the Emily Ann identity and redacted. So all that. Okay. 5/15, 5/16, 5/17. And off the iPhone 4, an image, kick message, kick message, kick message. Oh, no, JPEG. Those are probably screenshots from a kick message. Apple iPhone 4, another JPEG, an image file, image, MP4, so that'd be a video from Kick. Another MP4, so another video from Kick. And another video. These redacted parts are the description, as far as my understanding, and probably some of them are messages. Image. It's an image. I don't know where it would come from. Cellbrite. That's the company. I think that's who. Never mind. Attachment. MP4. Another video. Description of the video. Another video. This video is the same as another one, but with a different file name. So had two different videos, or had the same video, but had it under two different file names. Hey, and Royal, are you saying Emily is the stepsister too? Or are you saying there's another Emily? I didn't even think about that. Okay. Okay. Another image. Image. So these could be images that were shared with him that he downloaded from offline. Or images he actually took himself. I can't tell from the file path. Here's another video. Another image. Image. Wow. Okay, we get the idea. Okay, here's the Kick Chat 4 on the Apple iPhone 4. And then they have unknown age here. This was in 2016. And then more images. And then this is a chat between Emily Ann and somebody who's 13 years old, which I wondered if they forgot to redact that. Another error, because I'll show you in the future, all the ages are redacted. But this is on Kick. And this was on the iPhone 4, still using the Emily Ann identity. This was on 9/7/2016. So that's 5 months before. Do you think they're leaving us breadcrumbs, y'all? Do you think this could be Abby or Libby? Huh. Okay. All right. Into 2016. Huh. Okay. Images. Image. Okay. See, the rest of these, they have the age redacted. They don't show the age on any of the other ones. I noticed that they were leaving breadcrumbs in their press conferences. They were speaking cryptic, and now in retrospect, we see exactly what they were saying. You know, that they were giving us the information kind of all along. So you just wonder, just makes you wonder. Okay. And we have more images. Image. Lots of images. And again, retracted on Kick. Another Kick conversation. Look, Kick Chat 87. They're numbered. I think it goes up to like 92 or something. I mean, this guy was a prolific. How did he have time to do all this? Honestly. See, look, 91. Again, redacted. looks like this person didn't want to have anything to do with them because they messaged twice and then they just ghosted them. Good girl. And only one image was sent with this. You wonder if it was him sending her, a picture of his cars or something stupid. His fake cars. Okay. Let's see. Again, redacted. 2016. Wow, from April 2016 to October 2016. There are so many of these creeps lurking on our kids. It's frightening. My son said he thought he recognized that picture of that model because I showed him he's close in age to Abby and Libby, and I showed him that they're on Snapchat. He's lived on Snapchat for I don't even know how long now. It seems like a long time. But of course, nothing, he just said, oh my gosh, those tattoos, the bird tattoos on the front of his shoulders, he recognized. Okay, so this went on for 6 months. I can see redacting the victim and what they said, but let's hear what this jerk has to say, this scumbag. Why does his have to be redacted? Just doesn't make sense to me. Why protect him? It's not like it would be against the law. I don't get it. Anyway, I guess maybe because it's an open case. JPEG. Image. Okay. Look, chat 137. Good Lord. 328 to 504. Again, redacted, but it's with the Emily Ann ID. JPEG. Here's a Snapchat. What's the date on this? Oh, look, interesting. Started Snapchat kind of late, 11/6/2016, and it went on for 4 days. And again, redacted. Huh. Okay, I'll start it reading here.
While reviewing the digital forensic downloads from the devices, found numerous images and videos depicting child pornography. Drew this conclusion based upon the following. The media depicted children engaging or participating in actual or simulated sexual intercourse, and or the media depicted lewd presentation of the genitals or pubic area of child, and or the media depicted children participating in lewd behavior or conduct, and or the media depicted children in erotic or sexually suggestive situations. Device, Apple iPhone. File name, IMG_3904. File path, Apple iPhone 4.
Oh, here we go with this stuff again. Let me see how much more. So that's the iPhone 4. video, 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 video. And then this long description. Video, video. The video descriptions are much longer than the image. Well, this one is an image. That has a pretty long description. Oh, and this really has a long description. Okay, I take that back.
Apple iPhone 3G. This iPhone was named Kegan and was last utilized by the user on approximately 05/23/2015. Keegan would have been 20 years 01D at this time. This device was secured with PIN code. There were numerous usernames and email addresses located on the phone, including. There were no chat conversations from Skype or Kik Messenger recovered from this device that had evidentiary value. Multiple still images depicting females posing nude and or partially nude, and or performing sex acts on themselves were found. The ages 0F the females were indeterminate. Multiple user-saved screen captures 0F conversations were found. In one screen capture, the sender specifically identified the receiver as Keegan. The user saved over 200 still images to this device, which contained location data that was embedded into the file. Approximately 27 of the still images depicted females, who appeared to be at least 14 years of age or older. Some of these images depict.
So approximately 27 of the images depicted children looking to be approximately 14 years or older. 27. There were 200 found. So 14 and up is like 14 on up through adulthood. So does that lead me to believe that the other, wait, how many were there? 173 pictures were children younger than that? I thought that was weird. Weird way to phrase it. They phrase things really oddly in a way that keeps things open.
Depict nude female breasts or female genitalia. Some of the 27 images were geolocated in Indiana cities including Bunker Hill, Galveston, Indianapolis, Kokomo, Monterey, and Royal Center. Web history was recovered from this device. Below is sample of terms the user searched using Google. Case number 50.
Wonder why they won't show his search history. Maybe again part of the case. I don't know.
Case number 52C01-2008F4-000254 filed August 19, 2020. Samsung Galaxy SS. This iPhone was named Kline Photography and was factory reset on approximately February 23, 2017.
So February 3rd, 2000. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk. February 23rd, 2017, he did a factory reset. The search warrant was executed February 25th. So mentioned that earlier. It's like he got tipped off. Also, he already had a bag packed to go back to Vegas when they did the executed the search warrant. So it was like he was getting ready to leave. Another thing I thought was interesting could just be a coincidence, but he named the phone after he did the factory reset. He named the phone Kline Photography because any name that was there before the factory reset would have gone away. So he had to have named it after the factory reset. And on this phone, I believe this is the phone that pretty much everything was deleted except for a gallery of photos. So we'll go ahead and listen. Let me mute myself so it doesn't echo.
Seven, Keegan would have been 22 years 01D at this time. This device was not secured with password 0F PIN code. There were numerous usernames and email addresses located 0 and the phone including. There were some chat messages recovered from this device from MeetMe, Facebook Messenger, and Snapchat. Conversations that took place between February 23, 2017, and February 25, 201 discussed meeting people in Las Vegas and prostitution. Internet web searches were recovered 0 and this device. These searches included information on or below is sample of terms the user searched using Google. Device, Samsung Galaxy SS file name, P0 and video.appkey embedded _2.jpg file path, Samsung Galaxy S5 /celebrate /files /imag /porn video.appkey embedded ezjpg _.
So this is actually named porn video, this one. That was weird. But it's a JPEG. And it's an image. I don't know what the APK could stand for. Has a long description though.
Samsung Galaxy S4. This phone was named Samsung SGH i337 and was last utilized on approximately June 25, 2015. The forensic analysis showed the device was powered 0 and multiple days after this date, but not utilized on those days. Keegan would have been 21 years old at this time. This device was secured by swipe pattern and PIN code. There were numerous usernames and email addresses located 0 and the phone including. There were many chat conversations recovered from this device. Several conversations appeared to be with female teen approximately 12 or 13 years 01D. The user also used two profiles, Kegan Kline and Emily, and Kegan's stepsister to communicate with female teens. Conversations were found on this device where Emily discussed how she had sex with Kegan and his father at the same time. There were multiple CSA.
My mute keeps going off. Anyway, so that is the part where they said that identity he'd been using is his stepsister. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. Let me see. Yeah, right here. Emily Ann. And it said Keegan's stepsister. And what was I going to say? Oh, to Leah. Yeah, I think that Leah asked, so one would think these images, videos are somehow related to the girls. Yeah, I think that maybe not necessarily these particular images and videos. I don't know. That one has me a little suspicious, the one with the 13-year-old a few months before Abby and Libby were murdered. But I think that correct me if I'm wrong, folks in the chat, but I'm pretty sure there was a link that they had found that Anthony Schott's profile on one of their devices, one of Abby's or Libby's devices.
CSAM and erotica media files found saved to this device. The way the files were named indicate the images were captured by screenshot and slash or received from Snapchat or Skype. Many of the CSAM file depicted female children approximately 12 to 17 years 01D, posing nude and or partially nude and or performing sex act on themselves. More still images depicting possible drugs and drug paraphernalia were found 0 in this device. Internet web searches were recovered 0 in this device. Below is sample of terms the user searched using: DU, IQ, CDOU, CDRS. Case number 52C012008F40002544 filed August 19, 2020. Nextbook Premium Tablet. This device's name is unknown and was last utilized 0 and approximately March 9, 2016. Keegan would have been 21 years 01D at this time. This device was not secured with password or PIN code. There were numerous email addresses and usernames on this device, including there were numerous chat conversations recovered 0 in this device. The user of the device used multiple communication platforms including Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Kik Messenger, MeetMe.com, Skype and Snapchat. The user 0F this device initiated conversations 0 and Facebook Messenger and asked and or suggested the conversation be moved to Kik Messenger or Snapchat. Device, Nextbook file name, F3.
So it's going to go through this again. Let me look at the chat real quick. Oh, yeah, and let me go back and look for this, Kathy. That one phone had a female name. What was that? Something Z? Is anyone by that name missing? Oh, I'll have to look and see. We'll go back. Right, connection between Kline and a friend of Libby. And it was the friend of Libby, the friend that she spent the night with the weekend before she went missing. Is that right, Leah? That's my understanding. It's hard to say what's speculation and what's for real. So I'm always uncertain of myself. Kathy, I'm going to scroll back up and see if I can find that phone number. I don't see it. It would be with the name and blank. I don't see anything there. Emily Ann and blank. And I don't think we were this far back when you said it. Huh. Here is another female, 12 to 13 years old. And this was, doesn't say the date. Several conversations appeared to be with a female approximately 12 to 13. Okay, so this is where we were, and it was getting ready to go through the images and all that. And the iPad Touch. Let's hear about that.
Apple iPod Touch. This device was named Kegan 2 and was last utilized on approximately 05/30/2015. Kegan would have been 21 years 01D at this time. This device was secured with PIN code. There were multiple usernames and email addresses located on this device, including there were multiple still images found on this device that depicted females posing nude and or partially nude and or performing sex act 0 and themselves. The ages of the females were indeterminate. For still images of female teens on the device contained location data embedded into the file. The locations of the images were from Hammond or Royal Center, Indiana. There were numerous internet searches on the device. Below is sample of the internet searches. Case number 52C012008F40002544 filed August 19, 2020.
Oh, here's the phone he handed
Apple
in
iPhone
late.
5C. This phone was named Keegan's phone and was the phone he turned in T0, the Indiana State Police. The phone was last utilized on approximately February 27, 2017. Kegan would have been 22 years 01D at this time. This device was secured with PIN code. There were numerous usernames and email addresses located on this device, including the user 0F. This device used Facebook, Instagram, MeetMe, Snapchat, and Twitter T0 communicate or chat. Much of this data from these applications was deleted from the device. The examination found multiple still images saved T0, the device that depicted females posing nude, partially nude, and or clothed. The ages 0F. The females were indeterminate. On approximately 02/27/201/09 hours, the user cleared or deleted the Safari web browser history and website data from this device. During the examination, some information was recovered. Below is sample 0F terms the user searched. While looking over the digital forensics examination report, noticed the user of the Apple iPhone 5C deleted multiple items off the phone before turning it into law enforcement. On February 25, 201, the search warrant was served on the Kline's residence and Kegan was interviewed and polygraphed. On February 27, 2017, Kegan called the Indiana State Police to turn in the Apple iPhone SC. On February 25, 2017, at approximately 7:30 p.m., Kegan's polygraph was concluded, and he was transported back to his residence. The digital forensics examination report shows that approximately 9:19 p.m., the user of the iPhone 5C started to uninstall and delete apps from the phone.
He didn't mess
At
around.
approximately 9:19 p.m., the user uninstalled and deleted Snapchat. At approximately 10:14 p.m., the user uninstalled and deleted Instagram from the phone. On February 26,
Damage control.
2017, at approximately 1:12 p.m., the user uninstalled and deleted MeetMe from the phone. The user put Snapchat back 0 and the device in 0 and February 27, 2017, at approximately 1:28 p.m.,
Before
the
he
user
turned
again
it in.
uninstalled and deleted it from the phone. Keegan admitted to using these applications to chat with underage girls. The evidence contained in these applications were destroyed when the user deleted them from the device before turning it into law enforcement. Law enforcement officers observed Keegan staying at his girlfriend, apartment 0, and August 14 and 15, 2020, located at case number 50.
Wonder how old his girlfriend was.
52C01-2008F4-000254 filed August 19, 2020. Due to the aforementioned probable cause, I'm requesting this investigation be reviewed for consideration of charges. Reference Indiana State Police Incident 17 ISPC 002202. We affirm, under the penalties for perjury, that the foregoing representations are true. Be it further known that the facts herein may be used by the prosecuting attorney in any manner he deems proper in the arrest and prosecution of the offender named herein, and may be used against the affiant if the facts herein stated by the affiant are found to be untrue. /S/David Vito. Vito. Trooper David R. Vito. Indiana State Police.
So that's it. Yeah, he had lots to hide. I think the most profound thing to me was the couple days leading up to the search warrant, where on the 23rd he did a factory reset on his phone and changed it to a professional name, Kline Photography. And then he deleted and uninstalled Snapchat, Instagram, all of those apps, and I think Kick or Meet Me or something. And then at the last minute was like, oh crap, I better check this on Snapchat real quick. Logged back into, reinstalled Snapchat, logged back in, and then immediately uninstalled it, and then went and turned his phone in to the police. So I don't know. That's a little sketch, obviously, but I'm not convinced that he's necessarily the individual responsible for their deaths, directly responsible. But I truly have my my foil hat on this one. I think it's a large network of individuals. And when I say large, I don't mean like 20 people or anything like that. But I do think that, there could be 4, 5, 6, more people involved in this. And he's just one link in the chain. And his attorney's they're not accepting a plea agreement. I just wonder if that's because they know that the police need him. And that's probably in my little theory hypothesis here is maybe that's why they allowed him to remain out for so long for 3 years after the search warrant was executed. So I don't think I'm saying anything new. I'm sure others have said the same thing. But I just think to me, in my mind, that's the most plausible. That's what makes the most sense. Anon says, I don't think he was Bridge Guy. I do believe I believe he knows who Bridge Guy is too. And he wants the right plea agreement. Yep. Because I bet you anything he's going to try to plead like he was somehow being a victim of extortion and he was, pressured into setting these people up with these girls, or, I'm sure he'll try to do something like that. Oh, Keggy's. Oh, yeah, Keggy's phone. That was the name of his phone, Keggy, and it was a smiley face. But the automated reader lady might have messed it up, so you probably didn't mishear. So what was the info that was lost again? Let me pull it up and look. Okay. Okay, here we go. So February 25th, 7:30, the polygraph was concluded and he was transported back to his residence. So he probably would have gotten home about 8 p.m. because nothing's close in Peru. The digital forensics examination report shows at approximately 9:19 p.m., So like an hour after he got home, and he was probably freaking out to his dad, the user of the iPhone started to uninstall and delete apps from the phone. At approximately 9:19, he uninstalled and deleted Snapchat. At 10:14, he uninstalled and deleted Instagram. Then the next day, on the 26th at 1:12 p.m., he uninstalled and deleted Meet Me. He put Snapchat back on the device at 1:28, so 12, just 16 minutes later, after he took off Meet Me, he put up Snapchat, but then again uninstalled it and deleted it from the phone. He admitted to using these applications to chat with underage girls. The evidence contained in these applications were destroyed when he deleted them from the device before turning it into law enforcement. What I don't get was, could he just not conveniently find it, his main phone that he had been using at that point? He couldn't find the phone? I'm confused. Like when they did the search warrant, was he hiding it? I don't know. This seems weird to me. Why didn't they get it the day with the search warrant? Why do you have 2 days? Why did they allow him 2 days to get all of his affairs in order? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It seems like there's something else going on there. I don't know. Well, I can tell you what, they find out your charges no matter what prison you go to. So if that's what he's holding out for, he's stupid. He should take the plea deal. There's not. And plus, they would transfer him out anyway if they thought he was in danger. They send a lot of them to that Dodge Correctional Facility over in Wisconsin from us. Keegan, yeah, he admitted to speaking to underage girls, but his lawyer says he doesn't want a plea deal. Okay, we are not done. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's admitting to doing some pretty heinous shit. So if he feels like they're in a position, either he has a really bad attorney giving him advice, or he's just bullheaded and just thinks he's gonna get away. He's arrogant, thinks he'll get away with whatever he wants, or they really do have something that they can use for leverage. If it was lost permanently, no one would know. Yeah. He has the same attorney that Ron Logan had. Really? Well, is he a local attorney? Wait, wait. Ron Logan's in Delphi, and Keegan's in Miami County in Peru. But they have the same attorney? That's kind of a long drive. Kokomo would be closer. Greeno showed us. Yeah, I wish I could go back. See, I'm not good at catching everybody's videos right away. And so then I want to go back and watch them a lot of times at night. And now all of Greeno's freaking videos are gone, which is stupid. His attorney's the same guy. Wow. Take no notice. Oh, I have those all the time, Leah. No worries. I had a total brain fade moment when I called on Graz's stream. I was like, what in the hell am I even talking about right now? Yeah, it will be a doozy. It'll be interesting for sure. But all right, y'all, I don't want to go on and ramble on just to be rambling on. I wanted to go over that affidavit just kind of as a precursor for the timeline and all that I'm putting together. So um, that's what I'm going to be working on for the next several days. And hopefully I'll do something on that real soon then. Yeah. And especially Ron Lawson's property. It's right there. That's interesting. Definitely interesting. All right, y'all. You have a good night. Love you guys. Love each other. Love yourselves. Be kind to each other. Bye.